mark. Nodirbek, but it would be his first victory in the Grand Chess Tour. Don't forget that Wesley So, in his history of the Grand Chess Tour, has been a very deserved Grand Chess Tour winner. So going down, and by the way, this has just been a very, I want to say, comfortable game for Nodirbek. Tied for the second place, undefeated +1 result, and he's up against Nodirbek. Let's just see from the opening. It's not a Queen's Gambit accepted. Nimzo Indian with C5. This is the way I used to play it, and back in the day, what was the most popular variation was what became known, properly so, as the Hübner defense. And Robert, the German Grandmaster Robert Hübner, would change the structure, capture on C3, play D6 and E5. I had some great games in the Hübner system, but 92, A3, takes.
Isn't this the position in which last year somebody blundered Queen F3 and kind of resigned?
Queen F3.
There was like knight G3, B6, Queen F3 sequence in one of the games, in one of the tournaments here, but as usual, names elude me. I think maybe it was Fadi versus Wesley.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there was a Queen F3. Yeah.
And it suddenly just won the game on the spot, yeah.
Probably rapid, right?
I think it was.
No, I think it was actually in the classical.
Okay, so Wesley's repeating the line. He captures on C4 and has echoes of a Queen's Gambit accepted position. Knight G3, B6, bishop takes. And we've got...
Surprised by the H5 move, is that...
Whoa. Is that...
typical?
I'm not going to say typical. I wanted to ask, is it still all a part of theory? Peter, are we still in theory?
Do not ask me anything.
Actually, there is one H5 game.
One H5 game.
Yes, and that's Anish Giri against Duda.
Okay, two great grandmasters going head to head. H2, H3 on the board, and Wesley is thinking, I guess, well, it's early.
H3, I think, is already a novelty, because in the game I mentioned, White played knight G2, E4.
Knight on G3 to E4. Oh, looks interesting. Let's just pause for a moment to go to Ben Underwood.
Wesley probably stops it at that point, because 3 is a bit too many.
We did definitely leave it with the move bishop f3 on the board, rook d6.
He chose queen before.
It shows queen before,
Very powerful play.
Yeah, the entire line that we were showing did appear on the board, and Nodirbek chose the e5 pawn, which actually the computer was very much insisting this is the one to take.
The central pawn.
Yeah, because of just how strong the queen is on e5.
Right. And by the way, it's not like the h4 pawn is ever running away.
Queen f4, queen d4, queen e7, all of these moves pretty much pick up the pawn on h4 with check in the very immediate future.
So a 3-pawn advantage.
I think at that point it's fine to call it quits. Like 3 down, you're not really.
After queen f6, can black play with c4 and just black with f4 or e4 and you're still winning?
I would even think that I can play e4 and f4 whenever. I think I would probably just play b4.
He's going queen d4, just to avoid all of this.
King
In and now he can play queen d8 check, queen g7, king g7 and take on h4, but I think this is where the game is.
Yes, and you can't take on
Because that's a very nice point. You put your king on the dark square, so that I have queen d4 check after queen takes b2. That's beautiful. Well, okay, I mean, you're winning, but this really puts the exclamation mark on White's play. 3 pawns to the good.
Wesley actually wants to play this pawn ending. It does look really ugly, but White is 3 up. Maybe 2 up,
But king
3
comes
up.
very quickly f6, f5, but we got way too many 2 extra pawns.
We have a little bit too many.
And there's a
Does not actually want to play that actually.
Our congratulations. It took him a long time, but Nodirbek has finally got a classical win in the GCT.
And this very much shakes up our leaderboard.
Wow, it sure does. Huge victory, in fact, as Wesley slips out of that 3rd place, tied for 2nd position. The whole GCT tour is suddenly...
This bodes really poorly though for our game between Alireza and Ting, because we have our 1 decisive game per round. Yeah, we can shut up shop here.
Same with Fabi and Guggenheim.
Yeah, those two are obviously just dead draws now.
Now, considering our stats have been so firmly against us, but you were going to tell me that the Fabi game is heating up, right?
Somewhat.